Chapter 7 South America. South America used to be part of North America, but then a civil war broke out because of some issues being independent. In the end, South America won and got its independence. Now both countries are allies. The king of South America, King Jaguar, is talking with his wife, Lady Anaconda. Now their marriage is a controversial topic because if you're in the royal family, you only get to marry those of the same species as you are. Anywho, both rulers are talking about interspecies parties that they're holding in a couple of days. Every animal from every continent is allowed, for every social class as well. As they're talking, a messenger tapir comes in and alerts them of some nomadic raiders raiding the kingdom. The king and queen panic. They don't know how to fight. The king barely has any fighting experience, but he wants to defend himself. So, he grabs a sword and tells his wife to hide. As he gets out, he sees 5 tribesmen killing villagers. The sloth tribesmen look at the king and charge. King Jaguar then tells his army to kill them. The soldiers charge and easily kill the Slavs. The soldiers then throw the bodies into the river and carry on with their days. A couple of days later, day at the party. Everyone is here. Poor to rich, warriors to farmers. Despite the population of animals here, it's quite civil. There's 2 rooms. One is the main party area. The other is for the warriors and richer creatures. In the main room, there's scraps everywhere and wine spilled. The farmer animals socialize and talk about politics. Middle-class animals are socializing as well. Heck, the redback spider is given free haircuts and makeovers. And what can be a ball without girls? Lots and lots of girls. Most of the rich are into it, while others ignore it. Meanwhile, in the other room, there's partying and eating. General Rooster is there and he's having an okay time. Parties aren't his thing. He then spots another rooster who's harassing a chicken hen. General Rooster then feels like he wants to do some saving, so he goes over and tells the harasser to knock it off. The harasser doesn't stop. He's obviously drunk. General Rooster leads the hen away and just leads the drunk bird to a chair. He doesn't want to start a fight. 1, because it will ruin his reputation, and 2, he has morals and is logical. After drinking a glass of wine, he finds a chair and sits down. He just watches everyone as they party and sway. Little does he know, he chose the wrong chair. As soon as he sits down, a canine approaches him and starts dancing erotically. Rooster is confused and uncomfortable until she realizes he chose a sex chair. He wasn't looking when he grabbed it. He then takes a look at the canine, and it's the maned wolf. The wolf is dancing until she sees the bird. She stops because of the awkward situation. They both look at each other until Rooster says in a calm manner, I just wanted to relax, not get a lap dance. It seems I've grabbed the wrong chair. Nice to see you again, I guess. Rooster gets up and walks away to get an actual proper chair made for resting. The main wolf looks at the bird and all. Did he just really say, no, it can't be. The wolf starts thinking hurriedly before just letting it go and serving other customers. The other carnivores are having the time of their life, drinking, eating, dancing, and sex. Then we see 3 dingoes drinking wine and eating steak. They then see a flashing light up on the 2nd floor and they rush, weaving in and out of the crowd and blending in. The trio then see the South American king and queen partying, drunk out of their minds. They're 30 feet away from them. They walk closer before stopping. They look at each other before pointing at the strange weapon again. They aim, and boom. The king and queen drop dead to the floor. Chapter 8, Struggle. And the dingoes swiftly run out in the regal manner. The loud boom silences the whole room. The corpses of the rulers make the whole room go into panic mode. They all start screaming. Rooster wakes up from his nap and is confused and disoriented until he sees the king and queen. The bird orders everyone to evacuate. The rich and poor are all confused and run out. 3 hours later, an investigation is underway. Sleuths and guards are investigating the scene. One of the animals, a traveling doctor pigeon, examines the bodies. After looking at the bodies, the pigeon has this claim. The king and queen died on impact, on whatever weapon killed them. But I don't know any weapon like this. There's also leads as well. lead as well, which is odd. What weapon can kill instantly that also has lead? And witnesses said that they heard a loud bang as well, so that means triggered by something. The only thing to this is a cannon, but even that is unlikely. All the other animals are puzzled, but in the end, they get set up a memorial and they get buried. 4 days later, detectives are figuring out this case. A fox then says, well, all the evidence points to Australia. Remember those eagles a week ago? Well, yeah, he died the same way. So, weird bloody holes and a loud bang. So I'd say, let's go pay a visit to Australia. I mean, the place has been pretty corrupted and sketchy for the last few years. Some detectives go against this case, but the overall majority of the sleuths all vote in the fox's favor. They bring this information to the kings of the other continents, and they declare an investigation towards the land down under. Chapter 9, Suspect. Rooster and other soldiers from different continents are on a boat to patrol Australia. As Rooster is talking, he sees the Bison General from the North American Army. They both see each other, give an awkward look at each other. They just fought each other a couple months ago, and now they're patrolling and on the same group. After starting up a conversation, they actually get to know each other and share the same interests. The voyage to Australia is a long and tiring voyage. And they had to stop on a few islands to trade for supplies. Had a fire on the boat that was caused by a candle, and even lost a few soldiers as well, due to sickness. But alas, after 3 weeks of getting into the right area, they landed and set at camp. Just after an hour of setting camp, they heard yelling and then instruments being played. They sound like cicadas, but at a lower pitch. They come out of the blue. A group of kangaroos jump up and ambush the soldiers. The soldiers aren't prepared, so they fight with pretty much no order. It's a bloodbath. Soldiers dying left and right. Rooster's cutting down the kangaroos, and so is Bison, who's swallowing them with his giant hammer. But in the end, there's just too much, and they're eventually captured. In the battlefield, there's a garden, but instead of flowers, there's dead animals and blood. It's a mess. Not even the likes of Jeffrey Ducker and Ted Bundy would approve of.